Good morning. It's Thursday, October 19th. Thanks for joining us on Up to the Minute. I'm Dr. Lana Pigal, Director of Communications at Northwest College. And with me today is our host, Sharday Campbell, who is Strategic Enrollment and Social Media Manager. And she is going to tell us how you can find us on social media.
Hi, good morning, everyone. As introduced, I'm Sharday Campbell. Pleased to be here today on Up to the Minute. You can find Up to the Minute across all HCC district social media channels. That's on Facebook and Instagram, also on Twitter, formerly known as X.
So today, for Thursday Family Fun Day, and just in time for Halloween, we're discussing a Booseum. Mr. O, we will be with you shortly. But first, Sharday is going to be speaking with Dr. Christina Robinson, our favorite apprenticeship guest, to talk about the upcoming Gulf Coast Summit.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing great. Thank you.
So happy to see you this morning, Christina. I've been seeing you all have been working on this event for some months now.
We have about 8.
And for those who may not know that there is a National Apprenticeship Week, tell us about that and when it is.
Sure. National Apprenticeship Week is the week of November 13th through the 17th, and we are actually hosting an event November 13th through the 15th. And National Apprenticeship Week is where everyone across the country gets together and really celebrates the importance of workforce and how we can drive workforce in our communities.
Thank you. And this is the second annual Gulf Coast Region Apprenticeship Summit. It's going to be happening at West Houston Institute. Definitely an honor for HCC to be able to host. Going to be happening November 13th through the 15th. And this is a nationwide celebration. And for those, apprenticeship is kind of an antiquated term that has made a resurgence. You know, a lot of people have said, okay, I'll do an internship. I may shadow somebody, but apprenticeship was always really associated with, I would say, growing up, things that were more very hands-on labor, and it kind of went away, and now it's come back. So tell us more about the resurgence of apprenticeship and why it's so important and how we're trying to place our students in the workforce.
Sure. So you're correct. Many people know apprenticeship is something that, plumbing, welding, pipe fitting, electricians. However, correctly over the last 5 years, what we've realized is that, as a country, we really need to have people who are hands-on individuals, those people that are getting things done. But more importantly, in addition to that, we need individuals that are on the job, everything from IT to manufacturing, automotive, really any industry you can think of. And your standard apprenticeship now is a minimum of a year. They're earning while they're learning. So they're in class and they're getting full wages and benefits from the employer at the same time while completing a credential. So in the past, you used to think I have to get that college degree to be successful. Well, now with the explosion of apprenticeships across the country, employers are saying we don't want to wait for employees anymore. It's a high need. It's hard to find good people. We want to hire them now. We'll train them while they're here, and then we'll put them on full time.
Let's make earning while you're learning. This is real money. I think, that's what really separates apprenticeship from internship, because that's not associated generally with real money. And so we're looking at workforce, right? And this is really evolved, and that's the sweet spot for a lot of our students. They are looking to increase their earning potential quickly.
Absolutely. And apprentices, they earn on average $300,000 more in their lifetime than just a normal student that's coming to school or even an intern. And their normal average starting salary upon completion is roughly $77,000 upon completion of a program. And then 93% of those are having their training fully paid for them, like I said, while they're getting benefits. So a huge opportunity. I had this conversation with a student the other day. I said, not only are you getting benefits, you're getting paid, they're paying your tuition. I mean, you can't really get a better deal like that. And you're coming out with zero debt. So it's really a win-win for both the employer and the apprentice.
And for those students who are watching, who are wondering, okay, are there apprenticeship opportunities in the field that I may be interested in? You named some of them, but what are some unlikely apprenticeships that students may not know about?
Sure. GIS, which is Geographical Information Systems. We have a chef apprenticeship that is launching. We have this is probably a traditional one, but sheet metal. You know, I never knew how many people use sheet metal. We have automotive tech that is launching. So teacher apprenticeship. There's so many different ones. HR apprenticeship. We've got roughly 37 different apprenticeship options for individuals. We're about to add 5 more. So I really think they can probably find something that's going to fit them. And, you know, we're fortunate that Houston is a city with so many employers and so much growth that there are tremendous number of apprenticeship opportunities.
Yeah, you know, that's incredible. I was having a conversation. I went to a conference recently, not for HCC, but for some community work that I do. And they were trying to map out where needs were. And they brought up something that really required GIS. And listen, I didn't grow up my entire life with a navigation system, but I don't remember what I did before then. I never learned how to use maps. And so now how maps have evolved into GIS systems is such a skill in so many different industries. So that was interesting that you mentioned that. And around skills, that is centering you all's theme for this conference. So what's the theme for this year?
Yes. So it's transformation and empowering skills through apprenticeships. So definitely go to our website, hccs.edu/apprenticeship hub. They can click and they can get a full agenda of the apprenticeship. Of the conference. We have speakers from all over the country coming in. Fortune 500 companies will be speaking, as well as the Department of Energy is coming in, Department of Labor is coming in. Lots of high-level speakers. And then, so we have a corporate day with all of our companies. We also have awards night. So if you have employers that are involved in apprenticeship and they're looking to win an award, they can go out and apply for one. We'll be recognizing top companies that evening of the 14th who are successful in apprenticeship. And then the following day, we're bringing in roughly 9 different school districts from all over the region. And these students are going to be attending industry workshops from industry leaders that have apprenticeship. So as well as multiple panel options. So it's really going to be a comprehensive week for National Apprenticeship Week.
Yeah, and you led right into my follow-up question. I was like, well, where's the opportunity? Is there for students? Is there a student track? Well, you all are reaching back all the way to K through 12, in addition to our currently enrolled students here.
That's correct. So it's the Gulf Coast Region Apprenticeship Hub that is putting this on in partnership with the Department of Labor and Texas Workforce Commission. So we're really going from Galveston all the way to Huntsville and all the way down to Victoria. So anyone that's in that area, or like I said, people are flying in from other states because there's so much happening in apprenticeship in the greater Houston area.
And, you know, we have so many opportunities here at HCC and sometimes wondering, okay, where do I start? So if I'm hearing about apprenticeship and this is sounding interesting to me, but I also hear we have 200 other programs at HCC. Tell us more about your department. What is kind of that onboarding process for a student, and who do they need to contact to get started?
Sure. All they need to do is go to hccs.edu/apprenticeship hub. If they are a career seeker, meaning they're ready to work now, they're going to click on career seeker. If they're a youth apprentice, that's going to be 16 to 18. They're going to click on youth apprentice, and then we will get them placed with a company that matches their interest level.
Oh, wow. Didn't realize that they could start with us as early as 16. That is phenomenal. Thank you so much for joining us, Dr. Christine
you.
Yes, we've been speaking with Dr. Christine Robinson about apprenticeship. She serves as the Executive Director of Work-Based Learning and Industry Partnerships. We'll have information posted after the show, not only about the conference coming up in November, but our program here at HCC. Thanks so much for joining us, Christina.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
You too. All right, Lana. Moving on, we talked a little bit about some opportunities for youth in my interview, but you're reaching back further with the Children's Museum. So kicking it over to you.
Great. Well, yeah, we are now going to talk to Mr. O, the mad scientist, aka Keith Ostfeld of Children's Museum, Houston. I hope I said your last name correctly, Mr. O.
Yes, that is correct. Ostfeld.
Wonderful. Well, welcome to the show, Mr. O. We can't wait to hear all about the fun you all have lined up for this season. So let's start with the Booseum date and times.
Yes, Booseum is open every day for, we do trick-or-treating every day, except Mondays. Mondays we close. We do trick-or-treating every day from 4 to 6 p.m., except Thursdays. Thursdays we're open extra late for free. We will do trick-or-treating from 4 to 8 p.m. We're open for free from 5 to 8 p.m. And Saturday and Sunday we open. Sunday we only open noon to 6. Saturday we open from 10 to 6. And we do trick-or-treating all day long. We got lots of candy. Come get it. We don't want to eat it all ourselves. It's not healthy for us.
I love that you all are doing trick-or-treating at the museum. That the kids must love that. And you all must just get a kick out of all those costumes the kids walk in.
Oh, so much fun. So much fun seeing all the wonderful costumes. Yes, yes. We always make bets about what's going to be most popular each year.
Is there one that's most popular so far?
Not so far, very early in year still, but we are hoping to see lots of princesses and lots of superheroes this year.
Awesome. So tell us about Creepy Concoctions Wonder Week. That's going on now. Then we'll get into your Saturday big party, big day.
Yes, yes. So we have Wonder Week going on. We have lots of fun activities. Because I say to myself, Mr. O, because that's what I call myself in my head. I say, Mr. O, what do kids really want to do with creepy concoctions? And of course, the answer is slime. We must do slime. So we have oobleck going on in Science Station. Wonderful stuff. It's called non-Newtonian fluid, meaning it flows normally until you apply pressure to it. When you hit it, it does not act like water where it will splash. It does not splash. It just simply stays put. Wonderful stuff. Lots of fun. You can make it at home. Come to Science Station, learn how. We also have zombie brain slime down in Power's Science Lab, because of course you can never have too much slime. So make sure to come to Power's Science Lab and make some zombie brain slime using polymers. Also, you can build your own skeleton, well, a model of one out of Q-tips. And then we have in our Maker Annex, It's Alive monsters. You bring monsters to life. You build your own monster, and then you bring it to life using hydraulics and motors, which is a lot better than electricity, let me tell you. And then, because we're going to have a lot of fun and all that wonderful talk about all these apprenticeships, we are going to also be teaching you how to use modern day fabrication technique, and you can make your own mask in our laser cutter. So you get to design and cut out your own Halloween masks. And you get to learn how to build your own robo-scorpions and take over the world, or at least just simply program them to walk around a little bit. And then you go outside, because of course being outside is wonderful, especially this time of year when it actually starts to get a little cool, although not so much necessarily this weekend. But it will have bats origami. You can learn about bats out in Eco Station. And we have lots of other great activities going on all throughout the museum around this idea. And you can even make your own mad scientist wig out of paper, so your hair can be nice and out, unlike Mr. O, who had a problem with lawnmower.
I love it. I love fun and science. Kids just get into that. That's wonderful. So then everything culminates this Saturday, October 21st. So let's start with Spooktacular Tales. Tell us about that.
Well, Spooktacular Tales is our daily story time that we do in our library, which is a partnership with Houston Public Library System, where we read stories to you. We have lots of great stories. You could hear Creepy Carrots or Scariest Book Ever, which I just can't read because it's too scary for me. And then 10 Timid Ghosts, which is much more up my speed. And then, of course, there's a monster in your book, with only one monster in book, which is fine because I have far too many monsters in some of my books.
I love it. So you're not doing the mad science. You have somebody there who's doing it. Tell us about that person. Tell us about that science.
Yes, yes. So we have Chemistry of Healing with Dr. Bob Bato. Unfortunately, Mr. O will not be here, but I thought to myself, Mr. O, because that's what I call myself in my head. I say, Mr. O, who could come in? And I figure American Chemical Society of Greater Houston, have them come out and do wonderful chemistry of healing experiments. And so they are going to do slime, because of course we can never have too much slime. And they're going to make molecules out of Play-Doh. Molecules, of course, make up everything in the world, which is why you can't trust them. They make up too much stuff. And then we have Plants and Healing, where they learn about how natural plants do lots of healing. We have all these activities going on in our kids' hall from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m. And we have special slime workshop in our Power Science Lab, where you get to make not one, not two, but three different types of slime. So in total, we have like 5 different types of slime that day on Saturday. So you got to make sure to come out. And if you go to our website, cmhouston.org, we have all the times and details on there.
Okay, so let's get back to the slime, because kids love slime, parents not so much, even though I have to admit, I love playing with slime with my kids. What kind of slime are you going to let them create?
Well, we are going to have lots of different kinds of slime. So we are going to be doing oobleck slime, as I mentioned earlier, which is cornstarch and water. And that's a non-Newtonian fluid slime. And then we're going to be making some glue slime. And that's the stuff that a lot of people make at home. But we're going to make it here. So all the mess happened here. And then you get to take it home, and hopefully they don't open it in the car and make a mess in the car. But you need to talk to them about that and say, no open slime in car. You save slime for home, and then let mom and dad play with it with you.
Wonderful. Okay, so what is this about making a haunted house?
Oh, well, in addition to Haunted House behind me, which you can get photo in front of inside museum, you get to build your own diorama of Haunted House. We have workshops going on during the day, so make sure to go online and check out the times. But we have it every hour on the half hour. Make sure to come and check that out. I believe it's 11:30 till 4:30. So check that out. And then you get to build a diorama of a haunted house and put your creepy monsters in there that you've created.
That sounds like fun. So finally, tell us about the Children's Museum's Happy House.
Yes, brought to you by Radio One on Thursday, October 26th from 5 to 8 p.m. So during our free family night, so it is free that night, you get to come and join Magic 102 and 97.9 and Praise 92.1 for free, friendly, safe trick-or-treating party. So everyone come out. We're going to have music. We're going to have lots of trick-or-treating, lots of candy for you to eat, but don't eat too much so that you get sick. Save it over the year. You got lots of time to eat it. And of course, don't forget, on Halloween itself, we will be open late for special trick-or-treating. We still have lots of candy usually by that time, and we just want to get rid of it all. Otherwise, we all make ourselves sick eating all the candy starting November 1st. So make sure to come out on Thursday, October 26th for our free Happy House, or you can come out for our extended hours Halloween trick-or-treating on October 31st.
Awesome. Oh, well, thank you, Mr. O, the mad scientist, aka Keith Ostfeld of Children's Museum Houston. We'll have your info in our post after the show. Thank you so much for joining us.
Lots of fun. Thank you for having me.
Bye-bye.
Well, Lana, I feel like my inner child needed that. I did not expect that this morning, but I feel like it needed that. Now, you know how some people you just know they were made to do certain
Oh
things.
my gosh. Is he not the mad scientist? Honestly, I love that energy. I love his energy.
He never broke character,
No.
like ever. Took me back. I feel like Nickelodeon needs to call him. Some
Right, that's what I was thinking. Nickelodeon and all that slime. My kids drove me crazy with slime, especially the one that when they put glitter in it. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, in general, glitter is just glitter and Legos in the dark when you step on them. Those are those are made of parents' nightmares.
I tell you.
And as an auntie with a childless auntie, I am here to provide my nieces with everything that their parents don't like. But yeah, no, that was a great interview. We're going to close things out with our news, events, and announcements. Kicking things off, we have a career workshop. Find out the role and importance of pharmacology in healthcare and professions. It'll be happening virtually from noon to 1 p.m. on Thursday, October 17th through, maybe I read that wrong. Noon to 1 p.m. Thursday, October 17th. So you missed out, but there's still an opportunity. It'll also be happening 5:30 p.m. Thursday, October 26th. Be sure to check details after the show so you can learn more about our pharmacology program.
And we have some recipes for success, which are student life tips, with several virtual workshops that are coming up to assist students in improving skills or studying needs to lead to the grades they want. And those are coming up. Let's see, Eagle Chat Tutoring. That's Monday at 1 p.m., October 23rd on Teams. Effective Note Taking is October 25th. That's Wednesday at 4 p.m. on Teams. So check out our post after the show for more information.
All right, we have an Inventathon coming up in partnership with NASA. It's the NASA Challenge. HCC, along with NASA, is gearing up for its months in Inventathon experience to explore space technology and Earth sustainability. Students can go for teams or can compete solo. It'll be happening 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday, October 29th, virtual and at West Loop. So it's a dual experience, and what an amazing opportunity it would be to be able to compete in something connected to NASA. So be sure to check details after the show.
And we have our fall drama production coming up. And so written in 1635, Life is a Dream is relevant today as it was 400 years ago. It's about gaslighting, revenge, and trolling are all set up in a fictional land as a king locks his son away from the world to prevent him from evil deeds, only to have the king bring down more evil. The production will be performed bilingually with dialogue in English and Spanish. And that is at 7:30 p.m. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, November 2nd through the 4th, and also Monday, October 6th. And that is at HCC Central Mirror Stage in Theater 1, and it's free. And check out our post after the show for more info.
Well, now listen, the toxic trilogy has to be gaslighting, revenge, and trolling. That has to be.
Isn't that funny?
I was like, yeah.
How did they
say it all together?
They must have had a crystal ball and said, 400 years from now, this is going to be so appropriate.
Absolutely. Well, on a lighter and more lovely note, we are launching our I Love HCC annual giving campaign. The HCC Foundation has launched its fundraising campaign, inspiring HCC employees to make a personal donation in support of HCC students. Payroll deduction is the easiest way to set up your recurring gift, and some giveaway drawings will be held later. Check out the post after the show for details on how to donate.
And yep, it's that time of the year. Spring registration has begun. HCC has opened its spring registration, but it also includes the popular mini sessions offered during winter break. All courses are offered either in person, online, or hybrid. Online anytime, no established class meeting times unless listed. Online on a schedule, meeting time is set and course meets online. There's hybrid, which lecture class meets partially face-to-face and partially virtually. In person is face-to-face course courses with traditional meeting patterns at various campus locations, and our hybrid labs, which are labs and studio courses. So to learn more about HCC programs, start dates, and options to cover costs, go to hccs.edu/apply.
All right. Well, coming up for Film Friday, Houston Media Source will be our guest to discuss Free Speech Week. And since it's October, we will be commemorating National Depression and Education Month, as well as National Substance Abuse Month. And HCC Central Council will join us to talk about some free screenings that'll be happening next week. Thanks so much for joining us for this edition of Upset a Minute. We'll see you next time.